Woo!
Hello everyone, welcome to Pairs of the Mind. I'm your host Chriz, aka the Mole, and this is our third video of 2016 reviews with Anastasia Lazerbeam,
Hi.
James Phoenix, and joining us for
Hello.
this one, Richter Hammer.
Hello.
And this is the 2016 Video Game Awards. Woo!
Yes.
First award up is Best Action Moment of the Year. Taking us away will be Anastasia.
Alright. My best action moment of the year is when I was playing Overwatch and I got play the game and I was Tracer and I killed like 4 people and it was like, yeah, fucking better than you. I'm actually good at a shooter. Haha, I don't suck. Yeah, I'm totally like okay level in skill.
Is that our next shirt? I'm totally okay level in skill.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so it made me feel good. So that's my action moment.
That's the shirt for when you finally get yourself a wife plate uploaded and I get Marcus and we form our faction and I create her to be our Bailey.
There you go.
Nice. Then over to James.
Excellent. All right, so let's see here. So my action moment, I kind of went generic with this. I just give it pretty much everything in Overwatch because Overwatch is nothing but action and 99.9% of it is awesome. So I just gave it to Overwatch as a whole because it's just nonstop action and it's a lot of fun.
I feel like the 0.1% is play of the game when what's it, Tiorborn or whatever is just hitting his turret.
Yeah.
And over to Rick.
All right, my action moment was in 7 Days to Die. The first time I killed a bear, because I don't know if anyone else has played that, but zombies are threatening. Bears are fucking deadly. Like they don't screw around. Like a couple times.
Is it? I did ask. Is it a zombie bear?
No, it's not. Which is somehow more dangerous.
Okay then.
But like the first time you see one, you're like, I bet it, because you can kill like the pigs and the deer, and you're like, the bear will probably hit me, but I'll try to kill it. No, it'll just mess your face up. And the first time I killed one was shortly after one scared the shit out of me, where I fell down a hole, broke my leg, fixed it, built like a not even a staircase, but like I built the thing back up. I get out and there's a bear right there who then mauls me to death. I was like, are you kidding me? It felt like it's like, oh, I almost died, and I crawled back, and then just the bear's like, no, the game's like, fuck you, you're gonna die. And then eventually I got a shotgun and tracked one down and killed it while running backwards because that's realistic. But it doesn't matter. He died, and holy crap, that was a sense of accomplishment, which sounds weird of just I killed a normal enemy, but no, it was awesome.
That should be a sense of accomplishment. That's awesome.
Nice. You killed a bear.
I did.
Yeah, you killed a bear.
And my one is a tie between two. First one is your creator person fighting your old creator person in Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2.
Nice.
Because that's amazing that the one you create for the first game is now back and now you have to fight them. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And as you're fighting, you're like, oh, I remember giving him that move. No, what have I done?
I didn't teach you that so it could be used against me.
Exactly. And the second one was I gave it to all of Battleborn's story mode because that's fun when you get like all the waves and like Jeff the Spider and stuff like that. It's funny and it's just full of action. And the next award is Best Comedy Moment of the Year. This one taking us way first. I'll keep it the same order. Anastasia, go.
All right. My comedy moment was when the Mikey of that's what I call him of the Final Fantasy 15. I call him Mikey because basically they're all Ninja Turtles. So he started quoting Star Wars. So basically in my mind it's Mikey from Ninja Turtles quoting Star Wars, and it was just like amazing. It was just like I was laughing so hard.
Nice. And then over to Jim.
Okay. I just found this hilarious. This is over. Let's see. This is Overwatch over again because I just thought it was hilarious. It's just like mostly because I didn't do this intentionally, and like you could almost see the realization of what had happened in the other guy's eyes, and it was just so hilarious. So there's a oh, I'm still sitting on Rick. Whoops. Sorry about that, Pew. Didn't realize. Anywho, so I was doing the map. I was doing the map where there's a mode in the arcade that they saw with the update back in like November or so, where you can do a one-on-one and two people playing the same character fight each other in a one-on-one match. So I got to imagine this guy, and we're both playing as Junkrat. If you know Junkrat, he's an explosives and munitions expert, as well as a defensive character. So in this map, there's a bunch of little buildings in the central area and then two large buildings on the side. So I run out in front of my my area, and Junkrat's two abilities is he can throw a bear trap and a mine. So I throw the mine with the intent of putting it in this doorway in case he walks through. Well, I missed, and I put it on the right side of the doorway by mistake, and I'm like, shoot, well, that's not going to work. But I see him over there, and I'm like, well, I don't have time to move this. I throw the bear trap down as a wait, I got an idea. And I move the bear trap over a little bit closer to the mine. So I run out and I start firing grenades at the dude to get his attention, the other Junkrat. He follows me through the building. I manage to get him through the door, and he stops there, caught right in the Junkrat trap. And you can almost see the look on his face as he looked down, and he realized what I had done. I hit the button. The mine exploded directly in his face, as in his corpse is hurtling across the map. It was amazing. Like, that was great.
Nice.
I was fucking hysterical because I didn't even do it like oh Jesus Christ. It was great. I love that. Overwatch is awesome.
And over to
That's the last of my Overwatch awards, by the way.
All right. So for my comedy moment, I gave it to the little references in Project Cross Zone 2 because they had a lot of like those tiny references to each character. Like the one that I highlighted was if you team up, or no, so the girl Xiaoyu from Tekken is teamed up with Chun-Li. And one of theirs, if you put one of the people with them, they make reference to. She's like, "Yeah, for me it was a Tuesday," and Chun-Li's like, "I feel like I've heard that before." And just they had a lot of like little things like that, just that I really appreciated because I like stuff like that. And I was like, "This is funny." So just collectively, I gave it to those little things.
Nice. Mine, I gave it to the Parade Balloons from LEGO Dimensions Year 2 Ghostbusters Story Pack, where you're fighting all the parade balloons, exactly what happened in the film. Then suddenly, oh no, wait, one of them's Dr. Eggman. What? And then you have to destroy a load of the stuff and pump up a Sonic balloon that then goes and attacks him to defeat him before Stay Puft appears. I'm like, what the hell is this? It's Stay Puft and Sonic and what? This is hilarious, and I love it.
That sounds awesome.
It was. But yeah, that was the parade balloons from the story pack for LEGO Dimensions Year 2.
Nice.
Next award is the best emotional scene. Taking us away first will be Anastasia again.
I played Five Nights at Freddy's sister location because I played the other ones, and it's scary. And while it gave me all the emotions, the best emotional scene, like I don't know, because it's like a spoiler, because it's like a bonus cutscene thing if you do all the things, which took me forever. Okay, I'm gonna pretend.
Those of you at home that missed that, it's a thing if you do all the things.
Yeah, it's like we have to like do all the things and you slowly get it as it goes on. I'm gonna tell you anyway because you're not gonna play it. Unless you are, then it's your fault for not stopping me. So basically, as you complete like each like challenge thing, you get like another little scene, and you see like the purple man who's the bad guy. Like he's actually a robot in a
Like David
like,
Tennant from Jessica Jones is in it?
No, he's a robot in a dead person's body. And as he walks by, you see everyone waving and he's happy and everything's cool. But as you beat one, his skin gets darker and darker and eventually starts to decay and turn purple. And the people, like, as his skin starts to decay, start to stop waving, slowly look at him weird, and then they go to, like, hiding behind buildings every time he's smiling and
So what you're
stuff.
saying is he gets blacker the eviler he is, so it's like reverse Aladdin, where he got whiter the purer he became.
Well, I mean, his skin's decaying, so it's like, turning colors. So it's just, yeah, but like, so the people all around him are just like, it's funny how they go from like this to like that, like around him slowly for each cutscene. Like, it's just one guy who like doesn't trust you in the beginning. Now it's like 8 people who don't trust you. Now like only 2 people are waving at you. Now all of them are hiding behind a building.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was funny. And also emotional for the people.
Nice. Then over to James.
Okay. So my most emotional scene was spoilers if you haven't played it and you haven't finished it. The epilogue of Uncharted 4. I guess we're okay with spoilers. Okay, so and yeah, basically, the epilogue is really is emotional because after you finish the whole game and everything, this cuts to what is, I believe, about 10 years later, and effectively, it's what you think is just going to be a scene, but they actually give you the controls back, which they didn't have to do, and that was kind of neat. And you control this girl right here. Her name is Ellie, and she is Nathan's daughter, who it turns out that him and wow, I forgot his wife's name. I feel terrible.
Soon to be Ellie
Well-
from Last of Us,
No, not that Ellie. That's different Ellie. Good try, though. I respect that. But at any rate, there's this motion when you get control of her back and you start walking through, and she's like discovering her parents' legacy of all these adventures they went on back in the day. And Elena, that's his wife's name, Elena. And you see her, it lets you like interact with things. They like go through drawers and things, and you see what happened. You see a letter about how Sully and Nathan's brother went off on adventures, and they both gave up smoking because we're being PC for the last game. And you see how I find about all her, her parents' adventures and all the stuff that went on. She finds the cabinet full of her dad's trinkets and knickknacks that Nathan was looking at the beginning of the game, remembering the previous two adventures. And so it's really cool seeing her discover the whole thing. And then at the end, Nathan realizes he has to come clean, and he starts telling her the story of the beginning of how they met and how the whole adventure started. So it's really emotional seeing that the family did get to live happily ever after and have a good life. And in fact, they put that whole extra thing in there to show you they had a family that was, they really got to settle down. That was really cool. And it just, the feels, man, the feels.
Cool. Then over to Rick.
All right, for mine, I went to Bravely Second when you rescue Tiz. It's toward the beginning of the game, but I thought that was pretty cool because you have him in the first game and he had a send off, and there was a bonus scene in the first game that ends up being that scene when you rescue him, and so it puts it in better context because when you see it in the first game, you're like, okay, that's kind of neat, but you don't know how it ties in. It feels like you think it's for a different person than it is, and then so when you see it there, it's kind of ties it together, and it's just a cool scene.
Nice.
My
My
I
one,
just want
which
to remember, it wasn't Ellie, it was Cassie. I screwed up.
Cassie's everywhere.
Okay. But my best emotional scene, I'm not going to go into spoilers for what it is. I'm just going to say, World of Final Fantasy, the first ending.
Huh?
That was sad. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say, because otherwise it kind of ruins the moment if I tell everyone what happens. But
Fair enough.
or
Thank you.
why that's awesome. You're welcome. But number 4, the biggest surprise. Over to Pew.
The biggest surprise I had was in Batman Telltale when Batman's parents were tied to the mob. I was like, what? 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 That was my reaction.
Nice. And James?
Mine's also for Batman Telltale, and mine was that Vicky Vale will be Arkham. It's like, wait, what? It's what? Okay, good. Now I'm glad I didn't trust you every time you wanted to do shit for me, bitch.
Nice. And Richter?
Mine was the announcement of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Because I was like, nah, they're not going to do another one. 3 or 3 Ultimate didn't sell well enough, and Marvel, and they're just like, hey, look this. And I was like, oh, that's surprising. I didn't think they'd do that. Going back to 2v2, I'm like, oh, okay.
Not only that, but they went the extra step. They went the extra step of removing the X-Men just for that extra fuck you.
To be fair, people would want Wolverine. But past that, as styling as Cyclops was, I don't think anyone's going to be like, damn, Cyclops is gone.
Yep, and I'll miss the X-Men. My one, which is the same one Jim had, but I had it worded different. I put the reveal of the main villain in brackets. I'm not going to say who it is because it'll spoil it.
Oh, sorry.
Just because that's like a Darth Revan style twist of I'm also gonna blurt that out. No. Who does that? But no.
I does
Number
that. Hello,
5.
weren't you paying attention?
Number 5. That was awesome moment.
Alright, mine was in Final Fantasy 15 where basically you meet your chick or whatever who you're supposed to marry, but then she like dies, like, you know, whatever she does. But that's not the part. The part is this big awesome fucking thing out of the sea.
So wait, they brought back Aerith?
No, okay,
No, that's
here's
my
the-
chick.
No, okay.
You meet
Basically,
some broad, and you're just like, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
she basically is. She's just some chick, British chick, who's like, "Hey, I'm gonna like totally be your fiance, but you never get to see me and whatever." But she summons this big monster to help her, right? And it fucking like kills her, and like, well, it doesn't kill her. It kind of like hurts her a lot, but then some other dude like goes in for the like kill steal, from this monster. But basically, it's like, you. How did you think this was a good idea? This was a horrible, stupid idea of summoning this giant, because they're basically in Venice, so they're summoning this giant like sea monster to help you, and you know it's never gonna end well. And it's kind of like amazing and like awesome how it's like destroying the whole city, and like it's just doing everything bad that it ever, like, she was just, they're supposed to save the world, and it kind of helped, it made it worse, and it was just amazing. It's like you failed on every possible level. I can't think of one level where you didn't fail.
Nice. I will also just say, if any of us had introduced that as, well, it was some chick, our YouTube comment section would explode.
Pretty much.
But speaking of some chick, over to Jim.
Her name was Luna, if you really want to know her name. But she was so non-character. She deserves that. She doesn't deserve a name.
What was her name? Luna?
Her name was Luna, but she was so not in the game, she doesn't deserve a name. So I called her that chick.
Fair enough, but
We'll just pretend she's a Ravenclaw. Anyway. So, mine is a little bit different. Oh, by the way, I had the Lady Arkham picture there. I didn't put it up before. And then
because that wasn't spoiled enough.
Enough is never enough. This isn't actually from the game I'm talking about, but it's the best picture I could find.
Do you work for Gearbox?
Oh! Nice. No, but I played Rise of the Tomb Raider that they finally released on PS4 after a goddamn year, stupid fucking exclusive. But anyway, I finally played Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is awesome, and it came with all the like DLC bonus shit. Played that back in like October-ish. And what was one thing that I just went, this is awesome, that I really enjoyed, that I didn't expect to, was the Croft Manor bonus material that was included on the disc for that version. Like I said, I don't think this is the version of Croft Manor from that game, but it's the best picture I can find. But it's really cool because, particularly if you do it after you beat the main game, which you're not obligated to, but I beat the main game first. And so you end up in Croft Manor, which you had seen in some cutscenes. And Laura starts off with the basic story of her uncle, her mother's brother, who is kind of a pompous douchebag. Rick, what the hell is that look?
It's a face.
Okay, then.
It's the non-pixelated face. I know it's weird. It's striking me too.
No, more like like a Joker smile.
That better?
There we go. I was closer. But anywho, so Laura Croft's pompous rich uncle is apparently the executor of the Croft estate. And he doesn't like the fact that Laura goes jet-setting on ridiculous adventures and hated her father for what he felt was corrupting his sister into doing stupid shit. And so he basically tells Laura, it's I can't let you do this anymore. So, Croft Manor is mine. I'm going to ask you to leave. If you come to me and are at least willing to work with me, go back to school and do something reasonable with your life, we can work out you getting a regular stipend from the trust fund. But otherwise, you're basically disowned and you need to get the hell out of this house. And your mission is Lara Croft, which it's nice to be able to do what I consider the fun parts of the game, like explore and solve puzzles without guys trying to shoot you all the time. And that's basically, Laura says, this house is big and old and there's all kinds of hidden stuff. There's got to be some kind of something in here that like a will or something from one of my parents that overrides this asshole. And so you start off by trying to get into the safe in Lord Croft's study, and from there you end up exploring this giant Croft Manor that they made. and going through rooms, finding hidden passages, exploring, finding clues and things, relics and documents and things, trying to find some evidence that prove that basically overrides your uncle and disproves things. And it's a lot of fun just exploring the manor, finding out the history of the Croft family and this incarnation of the continuity. Because I haven't played the previous games, or from what I read, apparently it's been altered as they've gone through generations of Lara Croft. And just seeing the version of the incarnation, how her mother died in a plane crash in the mountains, what her father tried to do for her, so on and so forth, and just learning all this family history. And it's a lot of fun to just see all this backstory and how this filled in a cool little exploratory puzzle type way. And that was really fun. And I was like, wow, this is really awesome. I like this. And basically the reason of the whole situation, and the reason her uncle still had control is because her father was known to have committed suicide in his office, but her mother, like I said, died in a plane crash in the mountains, but her body was never found, so they couldn't declare legal death. So as a result, their signing over to him as executor was still intact. But as Lara explored the mansion and everything, spoiler for a DLC thing if you don't know, but it's kind of minor. After you follow all the clues, you discover hidden behind a sealed wall in the main foyer is a stairwell that leads to a Croft family crypt that's actually underneath the manor that her father never told her about. And she finds out that her father actually found her mother in the mountains and brought her back and buried her in the crypt, which proves that she is actually dead, which therefore by law overrides their signing of an executor and makes her the heir to the estate and gives her all the fortune and power. So it's just a fun little thing, learning about the backstory, finding about the Croft family history, feeling Laura's emotions just going through it. It's just really awesome. I really liked it. Mole, you're muted.
Okay, then over to Rick.
All right. So for me, that was awesome moment. Was in Monster Hunter Generations when you finally take down a single player mostly. I mean, multiplayer is probably good too for that. But when you take down the 4 new monsters, because you basically have to do all of them, and then you get the credits and whatever. And that was really cool because you get they didn't just have one poster boy; they had 4 and triumphant moment when you do it by yourself. I mean, every monster is kind of like that. Whenever you fight a new one and you take it down, you're just like, yeah. But having to do it 4 times, especially with the craziness of those ones. But I get
Nice. I know you like your Monster Hunter monsters. I remember the part of the was it XGR when you were talking about jumping off the cliff and going into it and stuff.
Killing that guy. That was amazing.
And that was awesome moment of the year. I gave it to Call of Duty Infinite Warfare Zombie Mode, because you're walking through, you go to a certain area, and the Hoff is DJing during a zombie apocalypse randomly. But wait, there's more. You find a robot with a missing head. If you put the head on the robot, and it looks like Rob the robot, it does challenges like kill people from far away, kill people only while jumping and stuff. If you do all those challenges, the Hoff then comes out and assists you in battle. And I'm like, that's just awesome. Like, you got like a mascot that shoots fucking fire out of his eyes, like.
That's amazing.
And I'm like, it's just awesome. It's a cool mode, and that's Call of Duty Zombie Mode. Woo!
Also, word of advice: don't expect to get to the Hoff with only 2 people.
You can get to the Hoff.
We barely got to the Hoff, and then we got massacred by suicidal exploding clowns.
I've got to the Hoff on my own. It's the end of the game you can't get to with just 2 people, really.
Oh, okay.
The Hoff's literally on the first side you unlock. The right, you unlock and just walk there. He's there.
Okay, because I know it took us a bunch of tries to actually get that far.
Yeah, I've got there on my own and stuff, and I've got there with other people. Like, I was playing the other night with Crispy and people. It's awesome. And over to Pew for her biggest disappointment of 2016.
My biggest disappointment is a 3-way tie. Basically, I've had a lot of disappointments. So many disappointments. It could have
Your
been more.
birth, your existence, and your life.
Close. No, okay. First is Overwatch, because I love it, but there's also so many things I hate about it. Because, like, here, for instance, like when you're on training mode, when I was trying to like, test out my controls so I could like remap my controller, the buttons, like if you don't aren't active on the training mode, like every 15 minutes, it times you out of the match. But you're in training. There is nobody. There is no match. It shouldn't happen. Why is this a thing? Second, freaking they broke changing characters, random characters on custom matches. If you click random characters, it doesn't give you random characters. When are they gonna fix that? That's not on there yet. So
No, we lost Hammy.
yeah. And then all the new map with the Antarctica shit, you can just be Mai and fucking cheat your way through. And it's like that shit hasn't been fixed yet. Like all this
Rick,
stuff.
how do you put his disappointment in the comments for people?
Okay, so then that's one. Next one is Final Fantasy 15 because the ending is just like complete balls. Like I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but it's balls. So it's just not good. Like and not even like good gameplay wise. It's not even like story. Like story's like fine or whatever. It's just gameplay is shit at the end. Just like it's like I'm bored and I don't want to do this anymore. Okay, the next one is No Man's Sky, obviously. For obvious reasons. It just didn't have it. I mean, if it has all the other stuff that it said it was gonna have in it, I'd give it a second look. But as of right now, it just totally like bleh, and there's nothing here.
Fair enough. And then over to Jim for his biggest disappointment. I think Jim's muted.
Jim.
Oh, sorry. I am here. Where the hell's the picture? Damn it. What is this? Absolute bullcrap.
Just go without the picture.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with the picture. It was the end of Uncharted 4 before the epilogue. That was awesome. That kind of saved it a little bit. Because, in the previous Uncharted games, the last thing that you did, it was always something big. It was always, there's there was, not to say big, but there was always something supernatural about the ending. In the first game, there's zombies, and there was a cult. There's always something supernatural that Nathan Drake was fighting in the big final battle. And the way they were building up Uncharted 4, it felt like you were getting to the end of this. The pirates, there's going to be ghost pirates, or there's going to be zombie pirates or something. There's going to be something with pirates. You're going to have to fight them off. And when you got to the end, it was really cool that you did get to have a one-on-one sword fight with the guy that you'd been chasing and that's been an asshole to you through the whole game. The lack of anything supernatural just felt anticlimactic, especially given that it was the final Nathan Drake game in the series. And while the epilogue was really awesome and helped to assuage that feeling a little bit, it just felt like a little bit of a letdown that they didn't have something bigger for the ending of that game, something supernatural related.
Fair enough. And my biggest disappointment of the year, I gave it to Overwatch. Because it's broken as hell. It's way too easy to the point anyone can pick it up and suddenly gets a participation badge for random shit of like, oh, now you're this person. Like what they give to kids in school at sports days when they're not very good. And yeah, it's just a bad game. They said it was going to be more competitive, and it was. It's got a really lack of replayability because most of the stuff you unlock is just cosmetic, whereas in most other shooters, you unlock new weapons or new gears, and it's stuff to keep driving you forward. And there's nothing really here for this one, and I just feel it's garbage. So that was mine.
Broken as shit and needs to be patched. All the fucking cheating shit.
It is. Yeah, and each time they patch it, they break something else and unbalance it a different way. It's dumb. But that was mine. Yep. And as I said, Richter Hammer will be leaving his in the comments below. So yay! I was your host for this one, Chriz, aka the Mole, and tune in next week for more of a miscellaneous one that covers a bit of wrestling and a bit of our stuff and franchises. So yay! Peace.